Perfect opening would be playing Kryptonite by Three Doors Down. That's like your intro music.
I'm not your Superman.
I go crazy.
Have you ever been anyone's Superman? Like, real question.
Real question?
Yeah.
Like as in saved them or like fucked them really good?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another wonderful episode of the Red Herring Podcast. I'm your host, Johnny Hatman.
And I am the left-handed gun, Mike Morrison.
And with us today is the one, the only, the Nolan, the Trollin.
Trollin Nolan.
Trollin Nolan. Here he
Formerly
is.
of Northridge.
Formerly of Northridge. If you haven't seen it, there's a link down to part one of the recording that Mike and I did.
It's right there.
Over on the left-handed gun.
Can't you see where we're pointing?
Well, yeah, in the overlay, I can show there's a hand pointing everywhere. God, why do I give myself editing work? So yeah, we're talking. This is just gonna be a rant and ramble, kind of a shorter one today, guys, because Mike has to go do some fatherly duties.
Yes.
So we'll just be rambling for a minute. So here's first thing we should jump into: ghost stories and the people who tell them. Nolan.
Whew. Well, I've listened. The only ghost story I have is I listened to the Overkill podcast. Tom Steve Dave Overkill, which only deals with paranormal stories, and they actually go into a allegedly haunted asylum on Staten Island.
Okay.
Closed asylum.
Okay.
Use some bolt cutters to get up in there, and they take a professional ghost hunting crew that has their equipment.
What? I gotta stop you there. What really is a professional ghost hunting crew?
It's people that have equipment that...
You know, like a ghost
exactly
Geiger
sure
counter that they made out of a couple AA batteries?
Right.
And a little...
It's people that do this, you know, they take ghost stories, they go there, they try to detect activity, and then they try to engage with the entity if they find something. And mainly they try to reassure people that everything's okay.
Yeah. Unless it's on the Sci-Fi Channel, and then they're just like, oh my shit, oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that? I heard that, I totally heard that. Yeah, it sounded like someone said, get out.
What was that? Cut to commercial.
Oh, it was just a rat. Oh my god.
Was that you guys? Yeah, that was us.
Oh, okay. False alarm, everybody. Have you ever had any, quote, paranormal, unquote, dealings, Nolan?
I would say the closest thing I have to a paranormal thing is back in the day when I was into like paranormal stuff, witchcraft and such.
You were into witchcraft?
I was into Wicca, you know, some astral projection, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you make any sort of like invisibility potions or?
No, the only potion, the only spell I cast actually was straight out of the Necronomicon. I was on an apple and I gave it to a girl in 10th grade.
What happened to her?
I mean, you know, we had a little bit of this and that going on, but, you know, nothing bad happened to her.
So it worked?
Wait, was this
I wouldn't say so.
Was this like the witchcraft version of a roofie? Is that what you're talking about?
You don't know the Necronomicon?
Yes, the Devil's Book.
Yeah, but what spell did you cast out of there on an apple?
Well, it's like whatever, like a love potion type thing.
Oh,
and then, you know, you give it to her and then...
Mainly, I thought that was used for like raising people from the dead.
Oh. Yeah, no, they're probably... I probably find the most like innocuous potion in there, you know, spell.
So it wasn't number 9, it was a different one, huh?
I must have been a different one.
Love potion section?
Yeah.
Did they ever actually tell you what love potion number 9 was in that song?
I don't remember.
We'll have to consult the lyrics.
We will.
We'll do that.
They'll be in the description.
Yes, the entire lyrics from love potion number 9 are in the description.
They can scroll through like a Star Wars opening.
I'll highlight anything if I find it interesting.
By the way, we're continuing to drink from part 1 of the this marathon that we're having.
Yes.
You can find that over on the left-handed gun, and there's a link down in the description.
Yes, I believe we already got to that.
Where we drink on deck.
Ondex.
On decks.
Yeah, we went through 3 on deck beers.
It's in the on decks.
And now we're in Das Schwartz.
Das Schwartz.
Yeah.
Das Schwartz be with you. And I gotta say, it's a pretty damn good beer.
No, it's you got some good tasting beer.
I just grabbed what they had.
That usually will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not many beers are terrible beers.
You know what? I really haven't found a beer I didn't like.
Really?
Well, I'll put it this way.
Less than others. Oh no! Yes, I have. Never mind.
I don't think I've ever found a beer that I haven't liked necessarily. Well, no, I have. But the better metric is, will I drink it or not? And I haven't found a beer I won't drink.
Yes, I think that's the measurement I apply to as well.
Well, college will do that to you.
Yeah. But
shout out to our sponsor, Milwaukee's Beast.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's funny how you don't use the same standard for like, a beer you don't like, but you'll still drink it.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
Well, it's yeah.
You could dislike a beer, but you'll still drink it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if there's a Scotch I don't like, I'm not gonna drink it. But if there's a beer I don't like, I'm still gonna drink it because it's a beer.
Right.
It's kind of that adage of you never leave a soldier behind, basically. You just can't.
I thought that refers to like, not finishing a beer.
Yeah, not finishing.
Yeah,
beer.
exactly. You crack it, you gotta smack it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Smack
So
it.
is that a phrase?
I don't know. But
Maybe-
it sounded good.
maybe-
If
You'll
you
be
crack
figuring
it,
that
you
out
gotta
later tonight.
smack it. Oh man. So Nolan, you were earlier telling me that that you had a run-in in one of your dreams with Lucifer. What was that like?
I do feel the presence of the devil quite strongly in my life, actually. I have for many years.
Is it ever since you bought your first Slayer album?
Yeah, right around that time is when I started feeling it.
You played that shit backwards, didn't you?
Yeah. It's all scratched up.
See, the thing is, the key to that is you're not supposed to play the CD backwards. You're supposed to play the vinyl backwards.
Right. Well, that's the thing. I was buying CDs then. I'm still buying CDs today.
Oh, you're one of those guys, huh?
Oh yeah.
CD kick.
Well,
Can't kick the CDs, huh?
why would you want to?
Convenience,
Yeah.
I think, would be the most reason to. My problem is I don't really know where to go to buy CDs anymore.
BestBuy.com.
See, I rarely leave the house. So.
BestBuy.com.
Yeah, but you can just steal music.
You can.
Or you can just listen to it on YouTube or Spotify.
You can do all those things. Or you can listen on a compact disc.
Wow, compact disc.
I listen to the radio now.
Oof.
What station?
On the car. I listen to 88.1 and 88.5.
Like classical music and jazz and stuff?
Jazz, the CSUN station.
Oh, that's
college
89.5 KCSN.
It's on 88.5.
Is it?
Yeah.
So what's 89.5?
I don't know.
Huh.
It might be both.
Oh, yeah, it might. They got
It's
a
like
big
one
reach.
it's one channel up, right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
I do listen to the classical channel. That's 92.5, I think, or 92.1 or something like that.
Yeah, it's somewhere on there.
That's USC.
Oh, okay.
I support the local colleges.
Good.
The
By
local
listening.
college radio stations that don't actually bring any money.
Yeah, they don't bring any money.
Yeah, support them.
Yeah.
Support them.
Well, that's how a lot of people get their start.
It is.
I was really into talk radio when I was like in my teens, and that's when I started. I still am, but I emailed Kevin and Bean actually, and they responded.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, they said just get involved with your college radio station.
And that's how you got your start in.
No,
Talk radio?
I didn't. I didn't get my start in it, but I'm saying for people who actually do get like succeed at it, that's a lot of them get their start that way.
Well, you gotta. That goes from an internship and this and that.
I think it's kind of funny that I went from Rage Against the Machine when I was 18 to now listening to classical jazz on
That
a
is fun.
college radio station.
Yeah, this is.
This is good pod. It's good pod.
The more interesting part to me is the fact that college radio stations have classical jazz.
No, let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
Hey, Clip City, buddy. Clip City, watch it.
Whoa.
Watch the Clip City, all right?
It's called The Clipper. You'll be fine.
All right. So, this question was presented to me last week, and I think it's a good question. Would you rather?
Continue. Sorry.
Would you rather quit eating chocolate or dessert?
No, yeah. You gotta ask him right. I'm just saying because
what was it?
Would you rather never eat dessert again, or change your name legally to Adolf Hitler?
Well, I like both of those things. So, but I think dessert has more of a direct impact in my life. So I could keep eating dessert and I would change my name to Adolf Hitler? Is that the deal?
That's the deal, yes.
Yeah, I'll sign up for that.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't even have to deliberate on
Yeah, that was a lot easier for him.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, does this happen in a vacuum though, or in this world where everyone's like, thinks I'm like a fuck up when I tell my name?
I mean, your name is going to be Adolf Hitler, so they're going to
And
be
the other Adolf Hitler existed.
Oh, yeah.
Adolf Hitler the first. And I could be like Adolf Hitler the second.
Do you think he was the first?
Well, no, but I mean, I could be the
like,
second.
That's an interesting question. Do you think there was other Hitler families before Adolf?
There had to have been.
Right?
Well, yeah. It's
like that aren't in his bloodline?
Oh.
Like in the same way that there are other Morrisons, there are other Miles, there are other Farkas, I'm sure.
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
Well, how about this? All right. So,
like, what if there was a Rudolf Hitler?
there had to, like, I can imagine, like, there'd be like 3 or 4 at least in the country, and especially at the time when he was rising up to power, and they were like all for this guy because he was making Germany great again.
Yeah.
MGGA.
And they were like, yeah. And then, like, after the war, they were just like,
Oh, man.
fuck.
Yeah.
Name change.
There was a show on the History Channel where it talked about Hitler's relatives, actually. And I think his dad had a brother who had 3 kids who, after the war, came out here. And they all had, that was their last name, Hitler. But none of them wound up having children, and they had like a lawyer that spoke to the History Channel and stuff.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they all like, it was like collectively agreed to like make the bloodline die.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, that's taking a hit.
That's
So I
intense.
have to think that
Wow.
they didn't have more of an extended family.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta wonder too, like, is there any family right now that has the name Hitler that was... that just you know...
You know what's really funny though?
Not like embraced it, like they're still like a.
Well, they're like, hey, well, what can we do? What's their name?
Yeah.
I get. Hitler was a bad guy.
Do you get well?
This is never usually how a good statement starts.
but
I get that X, but Y?
But we don't have a problem with other. Did people named Mussolini or Stalin, change their names after the war?
I don't think I've ever met a Mussolini.
No. Here's an interesting thing though. There's actually there's a female politician that's like a grand niece or something of Benito Mussolini. That's her last name.
What?
Yeah, for sure. For real.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Does she have the same politics?
I don't. I could be. I mean, is she a fascist? I don't know.
Here's my
the
real
national
question.
fascists of Italy.
Again, to go back to Adolf, do you think people would have taken him seriously if his name was Rudolph?
Ooh.
Like if instead of Adolf Hitler, he was Rudolf Hitler, do you think he would have had the same pull?
Oh, because Adolf is such a powerful name.
It's a powerful name, but like Rudolph, everybody thinks, oh, he's a fucking reindeer.
Yeah, Adolf is alpha.
So let's pivot away from Hitler. How about that?
Yeah. Alessandro Mussolini.
Alessandro Mussolini. That's a strong name too. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But wait, Mike.
She's a senator and grand. Yeah. Okay.
Do you have any ghost stories, Mike?
No ghost stories from me other than my sister thought she saw a ghost in my neighbor's pool when she was in high school with a friend. They went swimming in the pool in the middle of the night, and when they got out of the water, when their heads came out of the water, they saw a ghost standing at the edge of the pool looking at them. Now, granted, they were teenagers. They got home from a party.
I see what's happening here.
But she claims She saw a ghost.
That's right.
She saw a
Like
ghost.
every time I've seen a ghost, I definitely was sober. Definitely.
How many times have you seen a ghost?
An actual ghost?
Or what you thought was a ghost?
Well, are we counting the sober times or the non-sober times?
We can include them, just lump them all in together. Is
Mur-
there a difference?
Murky territory.
Murky, okay.
That's an interesting number.
We should go on a ghost tour. Maybe that could be a special episode.
Let's go spend 24 hours in a cemetery and see what happens.
I was gonna say, let's go to Smith and Weston. Is that it? The house that has like 1,001 rooms or something crazy.
Are you talking about the Winchester Mystery
Winchester,
House?
yeah, Winchester.
Winchester Mystery House.
Winchester.
That's a bit of a road trip, though.
Yeah, well, I was just talking to somebody about doing an overnight, because they have the overnights now,
Right.
there, right?
Oh.
And so I think they said photography is strictly prohibited, but video is okay,
Oh, really?
which makes no sense.
Not much.
Well, if it's flash photography, you'll scare the ghosts.
Right, that's true.
They need it to be as haunted as possible, otherwise they lose their attraction. It's like that ship, what is it, the Queen Mary?
Oh yeah, Queen Mary.
All of those school kids have trips
Yeah.
and they spend the night in the Queen Mary. And like half of the employees just hang out in some of the bunks and like occasionally knock on the walls.
That's so sad.
How would you think though? It's like you're a kid, you're like, oh yeah, I love ghosts. Oh my god, it's so haunted. Then you go wandering around and you find one of the staff just like knocking on the wall, and it's like, I was just checking the pipes.
I was just thinking, what if like all the ghosts and Bigfoot, Yeti, Abominable Snowman, those were all just trolls by aliens. Like the aliens just trolled us to fucking hell.
You don't think aliens are beyond trolling?
I think that they would be at the highest form of trolling.
So trolling is like an evolved sort of behavior.
Well,
like
think
a
about
higher-
this. Are you gonna probe somebody that's for no reason other than laughter?
That's a great point.
I mean, come on. Like, you pick some John Smith out of nowhere, out of bumblefuck nowhere, and then you take him up into your ship, you poke and you prod at him, and you drop him down right into the town, knowing full well that nobody's gonna believe him. Nobody's gonna believe a word he says.
Not a word.
That's like the highest form of trolling right there.
You might be right.
I mean, how do you think other cats look at the cat that said, I saw this light, it was red, it was bouncing all over the room. I was trying to get it, and every time I thought I had it, it was gone. And then it was over on the other side of the room. I swear to you, it was there. And they're like, yeah, fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about until it happens to them.
Yep. That's why you have all these support groups with these abductees, and they're just like, oh no, I know. Or like the cattle mutilation people. Come on. That's just like tagging. It's like cattle mutilation in crop circles is basically just like the equivalent of tagging and lighting a bag of dog shit on fire and leaving it on your neighbor's doorstep.
Wait, but what's the deal with cow mutilation? I mean, those are very like surgically precise holes, and the cows are completely exsanguinated, and there's no.
Well, but that's what I'm saying, right? Like, I can package up a nice paper bag full of dog poo, light it on fire in a very nice, controlled way, set it on the doorstop, ring the doorbell, run away, you know? The precision is going into the prank. They just have better tools.
I even like this.
Kind of like the Egyptians, huh?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
The Incans, right?
Well, you know, like the Chupacabra, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a good guy, no.
Was it, right? They had the perfect fangs into the goats, right? The Caribbean and Central America. You know, and then they came up with this elaborate idea of this multi-dimensional being that like pops in and out of the internet. I think that was implemented by the aliens to say, hey, this is how we're gonna fuck with you. We're gonna make you think that this thing actually exists when it really doesn't.
Or Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman.
Mm.
Come on. Like he's human.
Well, he's the worm.
He's the worm.
Exactly.
That's probably what his species really is.
Yeah.
Worms.
You know, Alex Jones talks about lizard people, but
Yeah.
what about the worm people?
What about the worm people?
See, they always get, you know.
And he's probably really just some like Census Bureau like agent, right? Who's just like keeping track of what people are doing on the planet.
Yeah.
I mean, he got to go to North Korea for Christ's sake.
And he got to sing "Happy Birthday" to Kim Jong Un.
I mean,
And he was
how
able
else
to
did he
come
get
back.
How else did he get in there and come back?
Yeah.
If he actually is working for the government, that's the best cover I've ever seen. It really is. Like, do you think they recruited him before the NBA or after?
I think it must have been at the time of the transformation, right? Because he was a pretty normal dude.
Yeah.
Up until like the early to mid 90s. All of a sudden, the crazy hair. He was the first guy ever in like pop culture that was like all tatted up.
Yeah.
Like there was nobody in society that was like rocking tattoos like him.
The rings, the nose piercings.
Yeah, he was alternative before there wasn't such a thing, really. And he would dress as a woman. It's like he was comfortable in like that everything.
He was comfortable being outrageous, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If that's your stick.
Yeah,
but he's got a government salary, though, so he can do whatever.
And now how normal is that? Nobody would bat an eye if he did it now.
No, that's true. If he did it now, it'd just be... It's a strange turn style has taken.
Strange.
It's one of those things where it really makes you miss the 50s.
Sure. Sure.
On that note, I was listening to a guy the other day, Styx Hexen Hammer 666.
Oh God, this guy.
Yeah, I'm enjoying him lately. He was talking about how, like, I think we feel a little too safe. We need to have some more nuclear war propaganda put up. It's like I want to see mushroom clouds everywhere I go.
Funny enough, apparently, recently there was a string of videos that were footage of like the tests of the initial H-bombs that got released recently.
In New Mexico?
So
they were leaked, huh?
Yeah.
Is that part of Vault 7?
It's fucking, I don't know, maybe.
Or just finally declassified?
The thing is, every time I hear Vault 7, I just think of the game Fallout.
Yeah.
I know that has no reference to either of you, but that's fine.
No reference, but that's okay.
Someday we're going to have a segment where Wes teaches me all about video games. And then I'll
I look forward to that segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one too.
Yeah.
Less that one than this one though.
Well, of course.
Because I mean, I probably know. I probably know.
Oh yeah.
I could probably just switch roles with you, and he could
probably
keep his position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We'd be in the same position.
It might happen.
You might be a bigger sports fan than me, though. Probably.
I might be.
Yeah. And you're definitely a bigger gamer than me.
That's for certain.
My last game experiences were GoldenEye and Super Smash on N64.
Oh,
that's old school.
Throwing out
classics.
some names.
But no, I mean, I was.
Might have to go toe to toe if that's what the.
I'm totally out of practice, but at the time,
it never leaves you. It never leaves you.
I was never good at GoldenEye.
No, GoldenEye was the best.
I sucked.
Sniper rifle.
I was horrible at GoldenEye.
Oh, we got a sniper. We got a sniper here. Okay.
And I played Mario on Super Smash Brothers. I really
Mario.
like that taunt.
Get out of here with this Mario. I'm gonna own your face with Pikachu. That's all I gotta say.
Oof. These guys are ready to rumble.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Well.
Is that a VCR?
It's a DVD player.
Oh, okay, cool.
Modeled to look like a VCR.
Yeah, I like it.
That's a classic.
It is.
If you know what a VCR is, smash that like button.
Yes.
Gotta get that community
Yes.
engagement somehow.
Yes.
Smash that like button. If you don't know what a VCR is, smash that dislike button.
If we get to 100 likes, Wes is going to shave his head again.
That happens every week.
Damn it, man. They don't know that.
If we get to 100, you'll shave your head.
Oh, if we get this video at
Okay.
100 likes in no particular time frame, Mike's gonna shave his head. So I'll be watching every day.
You ever shave your head, or have you always been well coiffed like this?
I thought it was coiffed.
Coiffed, right? All right, well coiffed.
I've gone many directions with my hair.
Did
Many
you ever
directions.
have a faux hawk?
Never done the faux hawk.
Have you ever done a high and tight?
Never done a high and tight.
Have you ever had dreads?
No.
What directions have you gone?
Basically, cut it really short, buzz cut.
Okay, buzz cut.
All the
crew
way
cut,
to just
and
letting
this-
it grow all the way out.
Okay.
Have you ever tried to have your hair and beard the same length, so you could just like trim the whole thing
See,
at once?
I came not close to that, but I
Like
did.
with the same setting, you know?
No. Because see, it gets really curly and long.
Mm.
And so I had it down to the shoulders, well, in the back. kind of like it's because it just kind of curls up in the front, and then the beard just kind of grew out, but it just I can't get that look.
All right, fair enough.
It would have probably taken me a lot longer than I was willing to wait for it.
I mean, there's no time like the present.
I mean, if you're thinking like,
Especially by the time this gets to 100 likes, it's going to be long anyway. So then it'll be even better when you shave your head.
I mean, if you're thinking of a Lindsey Buckingham from like Fleetwood Mac kind of look
That's
in the
exactly
70s.
what I was thinking.
That picture's going to stay up on the screen next to a picture of you for the rest of the... In fact, I'm going to Photoshop your face onto Lindsay's head.
All right.
That's what's going to happen right now.
Okay. Right there? Right now?
You keep pointing.
I
There's
know.
no video.
Nobody knows I'm pointing, all right? I'm pointing, guys. I'm pointing.
He's not pointing. He's just lying.
I'm lying.
He does it a lot.
Yeah. So that was like an original DVD player back in the day.
Yeah.
That's from my parents. My parents sent me that over there.
Yeah, no, that looks like the VCR that is currently still in my parents' garage, as far as
Oh yeah.
may have recently gotten rid of it, but it would have just been the past year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I like it though.
Yeah, it's a good it's good furniture.
Absolutely.
It's never used. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the
Anyways,
way to do it.
this is a great pod, guys.
Yeah. Listen,
Yeah.
sometimes you got to talk about VCRs.
Sometimes you do.
Sometimes you got to do it.
I mean, because think about it. You're trying to find a niche, right? Like,
Exactly.
How many people are talking about VCRs right now? Not many.
It's got a book.
I think they do have a point.
Yeah.
Counterpoint. There's a good reason that not a lot of people are talking about VCRs.
I think we got the market cornered already.
Right, that's
The premier VCR podcast, the Red Herring Podcast. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Here's the latest on the electronics front.
VCR news. Here we have the newest VCR. There's no new VCR.
Yeah.
Don't go looking for one. There's not a
exist.
There's not a new VCR.
Nah, there's only old ones.
PSA over.
Done.
Okay, so scariest moment that's ever happened in your life. Nolan, go.
Dead air is pretty scary.
That is pretty
that's a
scary.
good one, that's
Mike, go.
When we were talking about VCRs.
Flashback to that. Sepia tone, black and white. I don't know.
Speaking of ancient relics of the past that used to be electronic equipment,
John Madden?
there's a good theory. There's a good theory that the Pyramid of Giza was a power plant.
I thought it was like a silo for grain.
I thought it was just a cell phone charging station.
Well, it probably was a cell phone charging station for the aliens.
Yeah.
But
I don't buy any of that stuff, dude. What was your question?
well, get this, all right. Out of all the ancient tombs, right? All of the kings that died and were buried, right? They were buried with goods. They had paintings on the walls, all of that stuff, right? When they had the Giza pyramid, there was nothing in there.
And that's the biggest one, right?
And that's the biggest one. It's not built like all the other tombs.
Yeah, but who was in it?
I don't think there was. If there was anybody in it, I should have done some little research because I knew I was going to talk about this. But they either just threw shit in there. Or I'm either talking about another pyramid where they just threw shit in there, and it was very hastily done.
Because there's 3 at Giza, right?
Yeah, there's 3 pyramids, but I'm talking about the big one.
Right.
Because it has the hole through it that lines up with the Orion's belt, Siri and everything.
Right.
How would it have been a power plant, though?
Well, because there's water that runs underneath the property.
Yeah.
And water is a concurrent to electricity. And there was a lot of canals and tunnels underneath Giza, apparently. Also, like the chambers, the way the chambers are set up, they're not set up as like a burial. Like, there's nothing like... Essentially, there's no carvings on the walls. There's no paintings on the walls. There's nothing on it. It's very much like an engineer would have built it, without the glam and the glitter of it.
But like, what kind of power is it generating?
So, like, you know, the idea is that maybe they had maybe they had light bulbs back in the day. Like, maybe they just It might not be alien-like. It might have been literally that Egypt had electricity and they could power up certain things, like lights. Because there's also hieroglyphics that show like light bulb-like things.
But it would have to be like battery style, right? Because they didn't have a power grid. Like we probably would have found some kind of evidence of that. It would have been like stored energy, right? And then they could use that to power a light bulb, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or is it like the Tesla thing in that one movie, The Prestige, where he's got all the light bulbs on the beach and he's just generating power?
Yeah.
So you don't need any sort of battery because it's just in the air and the thing is harnessing it.
Yeah.
And it could have been a concurrent a medium that was probably biodegradable back in the day that would travel the energy through. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was some interesting evidence about it because the way they had talked about the discovery of the pyramids and what was lacking in it compared to other tomb sites. And what was in it and what was not. Now, it could have been just an observation chamber. Like, it could have been just for the solstice and the types of, to study the astronomy. So they could use it as a calendar.
I would buy that a lot more because back in the day they were way into that shit.
They were really into it.
You know, all those solstice festivals and whatnot.
They were
Festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
And there was like a praying church where on the solstice,
as opposed to the damning church.
as the damning church. Well, there's the damning
sacrificial church.
That was down the river a little bit.
Oh, okay.
They had
You
this
don't
thing
want
where
that
like
upstream.
winter or summer, I don't remember, but it would all line up at the sunset. Everything would line up into a certain thing. It's just like
sounds
in the
like pagan shit to me.
well, you know, it's like that in the
well, it's certainly pagan stuff.
certainly pagans. They did that. Yeah, but how did pagans get those big giant rocks? How did they get 2 rocks to stand up upright? That's I can understand if they did that, but how did they get the third one to go across on the top?
Here's another thing. I don't know the answer to that. But here's another thing related to these rocks and like all these other things, like the Machu Picchu stuff, like how they could, like logistically, because if you go to Oregon, right, you could still see the track marks from the Oregon Trail. And granted, that was much more recently in history, but it was much lighter than these, you know, several ton stones. And you could see them, like the imprints of the trail of the wagon wheels in the ground. So if you're talking about having moved these giant stones from like Stonehenge or the Easter Island statues or like up to Machu Picchu, all those stones, or from the rock quarries to the side of the pyramids now, there would still be some kind of sign of something. Of like moving it. Yeah. And there's nothing for any of these like megaliths.
Right. So say the 1,001 slaves that pushed the damn or pulled the damn thing, they would have dragged it.
Yeah. And it would have created a massive imprint. And they probably, once that imprint was there, they would have dragged other stones along that same line because, you know.
Right, and they would have built basically a way.
Right.
So what you're saying is they flew it in by helicopter.
No, I'm just, well, perhaps. Or, I mean, I don't know where they got it from.
I mean, Occam's razor says that's the case.
Well, Occam's not usually wrong.
When I hear hoof prints, I think zebra.
Here's another interesting idea. Did you see the movie Arrival?
No.
Alright.
No, what's up?
You're the only one who's seen that in this room.
Damn it, guys. I know a lot of people. I mean, this one's weird because I think this one had like a great twist at the end, and it had. I mean, it wasn't a great film. It didn't. I digress. The point I'm trying to say is that the aliens, right? They didn't think linear. They didn't think of time in a linear fashion, and they're. So, like, the thing is like, what if, like, all of time really isn't linear? So perhaps, if we would only think of it in a certain way, we could basically just put ourselves into the pyramid, the times of 20,000 BC.
Well, that is an interesting thing, because I was talking to somebody about this particular thing. The idea of time travel, and everybody that I've known that's taken DMT seems to relive past lives, right? Sometimes multiple at a time. So what if there's something like when the DMT is activating in your brain, you're not actually reliving a past life or having a hallucination, but you are time traveling, and You just don't realize that you're time traveling. And so if we can harness that type of thing, except externally and not internally in our brains, then we can use that to actually go back and make Stonehenge. What if we make Stonehenge? What if that's what we're supposed to do? We make
This is
Stonehenge.
where the idea for Stonehenge was born, and then we travel back in time
Exactly.
and get it done.
Right? So if we go visit Stonehenge, if we see our initials there, we know at some point in the future we're going to travel back in time and make it.
That's
So-
what we need to do. Go look for initials. At the
You know,
somewhere
now
around
this
Stonehenge.
kind of concerns me, because then would we become the aliens that fuck with, you know, John Smith in the middle of nowhere and start probing people up in the ass?
I would want nothing less.
Well,
Like, we made Stonehenge just to fuck
Dude,
with the pagans and
are
the
you
druids.
kidding me? If I could make all those monuments just to fuck with people from the past, that would be my life's dream.
The ultimate
I would
troll.
feel fulfilled.
probe some pagans in the ass.
I mean, hey, sometimes you gotta probe a pagan in the ass. Hashtag probe a pagan in the ass. Oh, that's getting an animation. Oh, we're coming up on the timer here. Oh man, where do you go from probing?
We're coming up with some great thoughts here in Milwaukee-delphia.
Shout out to all the
Shout out
local
to-
radio stations in Milwaukee-delphia.
Yeah, shout out
so,
to y'all, yeah.
So last lightning round question.
All right.
You come to a fork in the road.
Mm-hmm.
Do you choose one or do you kill yourself? Go.
I'll do like what Mulder did, you know? It's like a T intersection, and you think you only have two choices, but you take the third option. You go straight ahead, straight into the corn maze.
Jeez. Okay. Mike?
Man, that was an awesome X-Files reference.
Yeah.
Holy shit, what was the question?
You come to a fork in the road. Do you choose an option or kill yourself? That was the question.
So he just brought up a cornfield for the fuck of it.
He took it in a direction I did not expect. I'll tell you that much.
I always go left.
Oh, okay. All right.
We are the left-handed kind.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're always turning left, going in
Always
circles.
Oh, left. I came up with this joke the other day. If two lefts makes a who cares, then does four lefts make a circle jerk?
He's thinking about the logistics. Oh my god.
Yeah, right?
Oh, you're right.
You don't have to answer. You don't have to
answer.
answer. I mean, it's not. None of these.
I don't know if you can answer that one.
It's more of a question to just like digest over a lifetime,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
especially for people like Devin Tracy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dropping his channel still deleted, isn't it?
He's got his other ones.
He's got his archive.
Yeah, he's got his archive in channel 2 and 3 or whatever the hell
That's
they're
the
called.
first time we mentioned YouTube. Didn't we?
Yeah, YouTube.
Oh,
but Twitter banned him, I think.
Twitter. Well, that doesn't.
And then
surprise
he
me.
had to get a new one, so now he's got a new one.
Fucking Devin.
That poor bastard.
Why did Twitter ban him?
He's an outrageous, salacious man.
Yeah. He rides that edge. I could say that.
He's the type of man who, when he says "you people," actually means the offensive version.
Yeah.
Yes, he's that kind of guy.
He's the kind of guy that finds any compliment to be a backhanded compliment.
Yes.
Sounds like a great guy.
Yeah, let him watch your kids. Let
him watch your kids.
He won't indoctrinate them at all. Probably have to bleep that so he doesn't send the flying monkeys after us.
Oh God!
I'll have to bleep
no,
that too.
Oh God, no! Oh no!
Oh no, more publicity.
So shit.
No, although knowing them, they'll dox and DDoSes.
Yeah, probably.
Although we already doxed ourselves, so
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Fucking. It's alright. I still watch this video.
Yeah. Still watch him. Even if he's
Abrasive.
abrasive, might never be on. Might constantly have to make a new channel because he's constantly getting strikes.
Oh man.
Well, anyways.
Yeah.
All right.
We're not ending on that. We're not ending on that.
Okay, then what are we ending on? You gotta go pick up your daughter.
Yeah, what you got?
Should we talk about?
No. God damn it.
Alright.